Sunday afternoon. Welcome in. I'm Callie. And this is such an exciting new cleanser, perhaps new to you, not new to the Tweaked line. In fact, this is such a customer pick on hsn.com. I know it's aired a couple of times today earlier. I know we've sold over 1,300. We've got about 1,000 left. So if you want to try it, do it now while it's at a birthday price, because look at what it will become. $70.95. That's a lot to spend on a cleanser. But once you experience this, and this is different than anything I promise that you've ever tried because of even the consistency of it, and I'll let Dennis delve into the details because he's the mad scientist behind how he formulates his products direct from nature. But Dennis, this is the most incredible. Let me read one review and it'll tell you everything.
Sorry.
Texas from Texas Cook. This is the best cleanser I have ever used, period. End of sentence.
There you go.
There you go. Don't need to say anything. No, honestly, from the day that it launched, and I was a little nervous about it because, again, we've been doing shampoo cleansers, right? But if there's anyone that has the right to do a cleanser in anything, it would be us. Understanding how a cleanser works, geez, from the first day, it was one of the first products that I ever launched. So with this one, it was a little different, though, because she tends to challenge me with, sometimes if you don't know the dynamics of how to make that chemistry, like sky's the limit, right? And I don't like saying no. And that's how this was born. And I'm glad that it got pushed to that limit. It's using glacier water. So glacier water, it works if you can keep it cold and use it straight from the source. And this source is Swiss Alps. And it takes a year for this water to filter to the bottom. It's a process. And with that, the technology, that gel, this is the first product that we put that gel in, the Thermogel, that changes with temperature. So with cold water, it releases. So I'm going to go through how to use it because that's the whole thing. That's what's different about it. And that change of temperature, a splash of cold water, instead of it basically becoming thicker, it thins out and it just drops off the face. So you don't even have to use a towel. That's how easy it is to remove your makeup.
This is six. Okay, Amanda, tell us what to do.
Yeah, so you want to apply to dry skin. I know that might be a little different than what you're used to with all other cleansers, but this really helps the product to get in there. And then you want to just bring a splash of water in like you can see Becky doing now, and just rub in circular motions. You can tap if you want to bring some extra circulation to the surface of the skin. And then you're going to rinse with cool water. And you are left...
Colder the better.
Yes, you're left with this beautiful glowing skin. When I first started using this, I was testing as Dennis was working on the formula. And the reason I asked him to do a cleanser was because I was finding it hard to find a good cleanser that either wasn't overly stripping my skin and causing a whole lot of problems because I have very sensitive skin, or it's not cleansing enough and you're left with all this residue, all this makeup and dirt, which we don't want.
Right.
So Dennis created this formula where it's easy, you're not scrubbing your skin to try and get that makeup off, but it's also coming off so easily, and you're left with
your wrinkles get filled in. It's almost like a filler, really.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to make any claims. Just read the reviews, because I'm always going to say it's the best, it's the greatest. I wouldn't put it on if it wasn't, but we'll go to Rosa in a second. You'll see that you can use this as an overnight, and we learned this too from the customer, as an overnight mask. So you apply it on and you don't rinse it out. You go to sleep, wake up the next morning, and this ritual that you're now going to release with cold water, you'll be shocked. People are calling like their skin has turned into glass. That basically, and I'm just going by what I've read on hsn.com, that basically one application, they called me a sorcerer. He's the magic magician because he made my wrinkles go away. My skin looks so much better. I don't have to use a foundation anymore. Those are big statements. Like they made my day. With Rosa, so we're going to show you. She did the overnight mask, but she hates this though because it's only the one side. That's the side that she did the mask. So she left on, just the half. Now we'll show you the side that she didn't do.
Wow.
And you can see, so the smoothing effect that it gives you. So if you don't believe in the cold water, and I made her go, it was really cold, right? Yeah. Again, I torture Rosa. No, but the colder the better. And you'll see it even in the reviews that the ones that have gone to that extreme, or leaving it in the fridge even, and you can, you get this beautiful result because, again, this gel is thermoactive. The colder, basically, it's sitting on the skin, and it's so easy to remove it when it's cold because it just literally lets go. It releases off you like a curtain, gets dropped. Whereas with heat, it's the opposite, right? With heat, instead of melting, it clings on. So the friction, when you're using your fingers and massaging it into your skin, the cleansing action, that friction is literally like a suction cup. It's taking that treatment, the Glacier product, the cream, and the circular motion is now taking in all your makeup, right? So it captures it inside of the cream, and then when you hit it with the cold water, that's what releases off, and it leaves you with primed skin. You don't need to use a primer. This will become your primer, and watch what happens to fine lines.
Yeah.
It was designed to be, well, I've got retinol in there that's encapsulated, just so you know, and it's safe that sun, whatever, because it does it in a very slow, gentle way, but you know how effective it is. And 3 forms of sodium hyaluronic, one being cationic, so even after the rinse out, stays with you, and that's why day 2, day 3, day 4, and overnight, it gets better.
I want to show you
Super
something
expensive.
right here on the packaging, and I think this is really important. My son is vegan, so I'm always looking for this, plant-based. And there it says it right there.
Yes.
Multitasking. Look at the hyaluronic acid. It really is quite an extraordinary product. You have to try it. Why not? While it's only $24. I get that you might be
$24
resistant next, when it becomes over 70, but such an amazing product. I personally love how it feels when I use the cold water at the end, because it just like your pores aren't open wide anymore to
refreshing.
receive all it is. They're closing up, and it just does it leaves your skin feeling like glass. It's beautiful. I love this cleanser so much, Dennis and Amber.
Oh,
thank you for putting so much work into it, because it's different than any other. It's gentle. I'm like you, Amber. I've got very sensitive skin. I had a facial 2 weeks ago. She was like, Callie, your skin looks like you have just been beating it up. It's been so angry at me. So I started this, like maybe it was 3 weeks ago now. It's so calming to my skin. I am so in love with this product.
Definitely. I have contact dermatitis, so anything can flare me up, especially different colors. That's why you see me with neutral colors all the time. And I have to create my own cleansers, like for my body anyways, and dishes and all that fun stuff. So anything we do has to be that way. And so many more people now are falling into that. Like, things are changing, whether it's environment, food, whatever it is. We see it because we get the letters and we get the phone calls. I put my heart into that one, and it's so expensive. It's one of those, because she wanted it, she got it, and I didn't want to cut any corners. So that's why I'm saying, if you want one of the best that I've ever made, this is it. And that 3XL, now that was for me, because I knew I had it, that I created something that will be groundbreaking, expensive, and not the easiest to blend. It has to be done in small batches, but well worth it. The fact that you're gonna love it. It just saves so much time.
I hate that
this is.
I hate that I have to share this part, because I'm always feeling like I'm the bad news girl. But you can see almost 500 are gone since we just got on this presentation. We have like 800 left. So at this point, I mean, honestly, this is not going to be here more than maybe another hour at best. It's really something extraordinary. I see why.
And read the reviews.
Yeah, exactly. The reviews are amazing.
Awesome. Especially on this one, honestly, out of all the years of doing this, that's the one where people, it wasn't like a one-liner. They just spilled it out, like just exactly how it works and how well it did it. Okay, sorry, go. I'm talking over her part.
No, you're not.
Oh, no, it's okay.
Well, you're tapping. Oh, she's tapping. That's one of her codes. If she taps me, I automatically shut up.
That's my code too.
Because I do have a point to make, is that the reviews, it was nice to see that the reviews were the same things that I was experiencing when I started using the cleanser.
Yeah.
And one of them that stood out to me that I felt too was I didn't need to wear as much makeup. My skin, the condition of my skin just keeps getting better and better the more I use it. And to see that in the reviews makes us so happy.
For someone to drop even foundation and have that much confidence that they're losing their veil, right? Their protective force field, and the confidence they had because they found that their skin looked better without the chemical on it. So hey, if I'm giving you confidence, then it's a home run for me.
Without
and that's why I don't care price-wise. I did extremely well first time out at this. This time around, it's more for passing by time and helping people, paying it forward. Whatever I got coming to me will, good or bad, I'll take
No,
it.
you've done so much good in the world of skincare
Thank
and
you.
shampoo and hair care. So we love you and so glad that this brand it's our best-selling brand when it comes to skincare and a combination of hair care. So give it a try. Look at this, 700 gone, literally down to a final cup 100. This birthday price will go from $24 to $70 tomorrow night at midnight if one bottle remains. Don't wait. Get it, try it. If you don't love it, you can send it back. 807-502